Hi guys, and welcome to a chest and shoulder workout. So this is a workout that I don't do a lot of, but since I've got my new coach and my training split has changed, I'm working in chest and shoulder combo days, and damn, do they feel good. It's a workout combination that is really great to go together, and I wanted to create a quick, sort of intense chest and shoulder workout for my session with Reese today. So let's just go through it. So the first exercise was incline dumbbell press, only a slight incline, with a slow 3-second negative down to the stretch point and squeeze back up. This is to really just try and get as much chest activation as possible. I can press a hell of a lot more than 35 kilo dumbbells, and Reese can press a hell of a lot more than the weight he was pressing, but we're focusing on mind muscle connection and proper bodybuilding training. So yeah, superset with dumbbell flies at a regular tempo. So the slow tempo dumbbell press just really stretches out the chest, gets it filled with blood, and then the dumbbell flies just amplify that, and you leave the bench with an incredible pump. If you've not done the superset before, I like to chuck it in every single chest day now. It's just great. You don't have to do the slow tempo. You can do a heavier weight press into flies, or you can do slow tempo flies. You can mix it up a bit, but it's just a really good superset. It hits all of the chest nicely. You can also do it with a flat, but I much prefer to train on an incline dumbbells. I don't really like flat dumbbell bench. Don't know why. It's just never particularly clicked with me. I much prefer on a slight incline plane. So you can see here Reese again doing the slow tempo. So he's a powerlifter, or likes his powerlifting anyway, and the last couple of weeks he's sort of seen how much I've progressed from my style of training and following a decent diet, and he's trying to follow suit. So he's doing much more mind muscle connection training, whereas before he was doing very explosive reps, fast reps, moving a lot of weight, a lot more weight than I can lift, I'll put it that way. But you just don't build as much muscle tissue doing strength training, it's just a fact. So he's changing over, he's changing his style, he's changing up tempo, so he's going for these slower, more controlled reps, whereas normally he might have picked up the 50s, probably done the same amount of reps, but it wouldn't have been under the same tension, and you just don't get the same muscle activation from it. So yeah, this set was a burner, real burner. So yeah, essentially, new split, because if you haven't seen my last video, I've got a coach. Things are going amazingly well with him, and I think you'll see in the training footage just how much I've leaned out even in the last 2 weeks. I think I'm definitely going to stay with him. He knows his stuff. I'm eating more food than ever, and losing body fat. I'm training less frequently, recovering faster. Everything's just clicking into place really nicely. And my body's just reacting really well and changing really fast. So very glad I hired Chris, and we should see him help me push my physique to a really good level in the next couple months. I'm really going hard, fully committed to diet and training now. I'm following the diet he's given me to the letter, and it's just making a huge difference getting that consistency in. So next superset was, and also a great one if you've never done it before, chest dips superset with push-ups. Really, again, just gets a crazy pump in the chest, and I quite like supersetting weighted exercises with bodyweight, although this is 2 bodyweight exercises, but chest dips are obviously considerably harder than push-ups. So here I'm just going, pumping out the reps, just really squeezing the chest as I go up, getting as many reps in as possible. But you can see my shoulder and arm definition is a lot better than it was. You can also see that I'm still a ghost, basically transparent, but I am going to start sunbeds soon, I swear. I've got melanotan nasal tanner and everything. I just haven't got around to using it, honestly. But as I'm getting leaner and leaner, I want to try and get a tan in, just so I can actually see that definition come in under the lighting. So just for reference, before gyms reopened, I was 116 kilos of fat. I'd lost a lot of muscle mass and gained at least 20 kilos of fat, if not more. So I've lost all of that fat and regained a good couple kilos of muscle mass back. And now my progress is just speeding up even more. And now Reese has started doing the same style sort of training, He's noticed a bit more roundness to his shoulders, his back and everything, and realises the importance of this mind muscle connection. Yeah, that combo gives you an insane pump, and all of these supersets I put in this workout give a really good pump, as long as you make sure you get the contractions properly. So here we're doing upright cable flies. They may have a different name to you, but this is what I call them. So this is the correct form for these. You want to really squeeze and hold out in front of you with the weight. You can see when it goes over to the weight stack that I'm really using very minimal weight. Often you'll see a lot of gym bros or kids or whatever in the gym doing this exercise, using 3 or 4 times the amount of weight I've got here, activating their chest, not at all. They'll just be swinging the weight around, you know, likely damaging their shoulder joint by swinging way too much weight around. It's all about the contractions. Then we superset over plate squeeze out from the body. So when you squeeze your palms together in this position away from your body, it really activates that inner chest and gets it firing. So if you're someone who struggles to build those inner pec sort of fibers, it's nothing to do with genetics. I mean, for some people it might be, but it's more often than not because you're training wrong. So sorry if I repeat myself, this is the 5th time I've tried to record this voiceover and my camera keeps corrupting the footage. So fingers crossed this is the last time I have to fucking do this. So Reese here doing the upright cable flies. So you can see mine and Reese's tempo is slightly different, but he's gotten a lot better at squeezing and contracting the muscle. Whereas before his tendency was to use explosive power, fast reps and just move the weight, which is what a lot of people do. They like to lift heavy, but it's not the best way of growing muscle tissue. Doing these more controlled reps of the stretch and the squeeze does so much more damage to the chest or the muscle fibers, and getting full range of motion and actually contracting through that full range of motion as well is important. So you can do a full range of motion and still not be contracting properly, which is a big thing too. So it's about really feeling the contractions, and with this plate squeeze it's a big pointer. Really push your hands together as hard as you can and you'll really feel your chest squeezing in the middle. That's what you want to aim for every sort of rep. And this superset is going to really work on those inner chest fibers. So if you struggle to build up that inner chest, give this superset a go. It's a real burner for that inside part. And today, doing the voiceover afterwards, my chest is really sore. Next superset is regular cable flies with side delt raises. This is because we're finishing off the chest portion of the workout and we're going into the shoulder portion with a superset, as it is a superset workout. So you can see here again with my chest flies, the regular ones, controlled form, so squeeze at peak contraction, slow negative, stretch out the fibers, squeeze, and simple as that really. Just make sure you control the weight. A lot of people again use way too much weight with a lot of exercises and just don't get this contraction that you're seeing with me here. And that's how I was able to build up a big chest, was just that mind muscle connection and really being able to activate my chest to its maximum ability. A lot of people will find when they train chest, they end up getting sore shoulders or triceps the next day, maybe not such a sore chest, and that's because they've just lacked that focus and being able to isolate their chest properly. So that's something to really think about. Slow your reps right down, take the amount of weight out of it, and think about the contractions. And we're doing the same here with side delt raises. So we're holding it at the top for a second, we're not getting any swing, and our shoulders are already pretty pumped at this point from all the pressing we've done and the flies. So going into shoulders as a secondary body part is the way to go. You could potentially do shoulders first into chest, but what you're going to find is that your shoulders are going to be so fatigued that you're going to really struggle moving enough weight on chest to give it a good workout. Whereas doing it the other way around just makes much more sense for most people. Unless you really have got an overdeveloped chest and underdeveloped shoulders, you can do it the other way around. But generally you want to do your chest first and your shoulders second. Now next up we're going on to the only rear delt sort of exercise in the workout, superset of upright rows. So face pulls first. And you might not be able to see in the video properly, but I'm holding the rope by the end plastic bits by my fingertips. You might see a little bit of it in the clip there. But what's that I found that's enabled me to do is really squeeze my rear delt muscles more effectively and get a better contraction with them than just holding the rope with a normal grip. And it also works on your forearms a bit as well because you're holding with your fingertips, so it's quite a good way of doing it. Just make sure you squeeze, stretch with face pulls to properly, activate what you're meant to. Then next, upright rows really works well with it because you're hitting the traps again. You're also hitting the side delt and front delt a lot with this one, so you're getting a full shoulder activation from the rear delts with the face pulls to the side and front delts with these upright rows. Now you see with the upright rows, I'm pulling it slightly in front of my body. You don't want to go too far in front of your body because it's going to cause your shoulder some pain, some aggravation, but by doing this I'm activating more of my front and side delt, whereas if you pull it right up against your body you're going to activate your traps more. Also hand positioning affects this, so I'm holding with a nice wide hand positioning to activate my side delts more. If you go for more of a shoulder width or narrower grip, then you're going to end up activating your traps a bit more. But you can see there, my definition has massively improved in my upper body, my shoulder size has improved a lot, and my proportions are just getting so much better. It's all down to the diet. The diet is insane, and I'm looking forward to doing a full day of eating video. So this final superset we did 2 supersets of this, is around the world's superset with front delt raises with dumbbells. Around the world's are a great all over shoulder exercise. I like to do them as a finisher when you've already got a good pump. I don't think they're as good at a start of a workout. Trying to use more weight with them to do them effectively is quite tricky. It's much better to do them later on in your workout, I find, personally. And then with supersetting with front delt raises to really finish off the front delts after all the pressing and other exercises we've done with them. And honestly, I've never felt a pump as much as this chest and shoulder workout in my shoulders. Like, my front delt has never felt so fatigued and pumped at the end of the workout. I was only using 12 kilos down to 8 kilos for the raises here, but you can see I'm just doing them nice and controlled. I'm doing them out to the side of my body. So I used to do them quite wrong. I'd go across my body and I'd often end up feeling a grinding pain in my shoulder, and that's simply because it's just not a natural range of motion to come across your body with a heavy amount of weight. And you hit a lot more of the delt muscles effectively if you just come out to the side or sort of directly in front of you. But I do like angling the weight to a neutral or slightly horizontal position to really just hit those delts effectively. But mess around with grip positioning, but I really like this slightly angled position and coming out to the side. I find it really activates the medial side delt as well, and the front one obviously gets just blasted to pieces. So yeah, we did 2 supersets of the round the worlds with front raises, and then we finished on a triple drop set to failure, just pumping out as many reps as we can with good form, just trying to really burn out the shoulders to finish the workout. And my shoulders and chest are really sore, so it's definitely worked. So yeah, great finisher, and I hope you liked this workout. So quick shout out to my coaching while we're watching the end of the video. My slots are filling up now. I've got 15 people, and at 20 people I'm pushing my prices up to actually meet market prices. After doing some research and hiring my own coach and everything, I found I'm massively undercharged compared to a lot of online coaches, and I feel like I actually have a better, more developed service because I've been doing it 2.5 years. So if you are interested in getting coached, and you've seen how much I've changed recently, I can do the exact same for you. I know the recipe, I've been through it myself, and I feel like I've improved drastically, as you can see here, and I'm just going to keep getting bigger and better as the months go on now. It's all just down to consistency, and I've got a good consistent diet and training plan now, and everything's just clicking together and working. And that's sometimes all it takes. It's just a good plan to follow, someone to tell you what to do, a second opinion to really push you to areas you've not been before. So I've hired Chris myself to coach me to get better for pro shows, hopefully do a pro show in future. He is doing his last pro shows ever, and he's helped me learn more and improve my coaching service too. So if you just give me a DM on Instagram in the link below, and I'll tell you everything about that. But basically my slots are filling up fast, and when I hit 20 people, any new customers I'm going to have to charge the higher rate because I don't want to undersell myself, because I'm doing actually quite a lot of work with my coaching at the minute, and I'm doing a lot of things to improve the service. So yeah, if you're interested, just give me a DM. I hope you're enjoying my progress and these videos. Got a lot more training stuff to come, full day of eating like I said. I'll do a video of Chris talking about my coaching plan and going through everything and maybe doing a workout with him. But yeah, everything's in great positive direction. I'm improving in all areas. My clients are doing great. So I'm really positive about everything, and there will be more videos to come. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with me, all you long-term subscribers. And I'll catch you all next time.